All right, hello, I'm back and yep, had a glass of water. Let's see if I can get this done. Let's work through this number 12 here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's draw this in. Let's draw it in just because it's nice to have a diagram. I should have not used blue already because I wanted the ice block to be blue. But anyway, there it is. Something like that. That's H, that's W. Let's see. That's 11 and that's 8. Right. Okay, the question is, can you tell me what H is? That's A. H in terms of W. So we still can't figure out W. We don't need to, but still H in terms of W. Okay. To find out H, which is, you see where it's labeled. Boop. We think about how else we can say H with the things that we know. This case, I would probably also call this height something. The remaining height there, let's call it X. You know, whatever letter we want really. But H is gonna be 11 minus that X there, right? Or you could say, you could say H plus X is going to be 11, whatever that missing gap is. Same thing. But that having been said, what is X there? Now, here, this triangle here, because this is an isosceles triangle, we know that this is going to be the same kind of shape. It has the same proportions as this big triangle here. It's just a smaller version of it. So if you remember how to work with ratios and rates and stuff like that, we work with something, you would have worked or seen something like this. We are saying that the ratio, the proportion, that is 11 over 8, which is that over that, right, is going to be the same as, in this tiny little situation here, it's going to be the same proportion, right? 11 over 8 is going to give you the same kind of fraction as, I did length over width, right? Yeah. So in this one it would be, the length of this bit is going to be X over, well, W, because this bit is W as well. It's a rectangle, right? So that's the bit there, right? So we're saying because it's an isosceles triangle and it is cut up symmetrically, like that rectangle, that ice block there is right in the middle, is cutting up the isosceles triangle to be a smaller isosceles triangle, but it is a similar triangle, if you remember your geometry. Cool. Now that having been said, which means this is what we know. This is what we can say. That their proportions, that their ratios will be the same. X over W will be the same as 11 over 8. Okay, we can rearrange this formula here to tell us what X is. It should be 11, 8 times W. Right? I just multiplied W out, which is the same as, saying 11 W over 8, but although that's not super necessary, but it's, there it is. There's your option. Now, cool. Now we can now come back to this bit here. Let's keep working. It's 11 minus, and then instead of X, right? This X we don't even know. We want to write it in terms of W, which this allows us to do. Let's highlight this because this is actually quite important for us. Which we will say 11 W over 8. That's actually it. I mean, you can do more. Like you can simplify this, or you can, well, I don't know if simplify is the right word, but you can put it into a single rational expression, which means putting it into one fraction, if you'd like, which you can. But that's it. That's the equation. What can I say? That's H in terms of W. I've fulfilled. I fulfilled the question. All right, W in terms of H. Yep, there we go. You can choose to simply rearrange this thing here. You can choose to simply rearrange this to reach W equals something, something, something H in there. Or you could make up a fresh observation off of this triangle, right? And if we do that, if we do work fresh from this triangle, let's see if I can copy it down so we can keep looking at it. Copy. Cool. Okay. Let's say we're still working on this one. Now we can say W is 8 minus whatever that is, right? Let's call that a collective. Let's call that that's something. Let's give it a letter. Let's say Y, but we need to minus that bit there, right? That's what we need to do, and that will give us W. This is how we would think about it. Sort of using a similar way that we did it for A, for finding H. We do it like this. If I cut this triangle out and cut this triangle out and stick it together, I get another similar triangle. I know it's similar because those angles are going to be the same as this big triangle. It's the same triangle. I know this angle will be the same as, the sum of those two triangles. Like it'll be exactly the same as that big triangle. So we know again, it's we got the same ratio of things happening. So I can say if this is the Y that we want, right? So I've taken the ice block out and I've sewed it together. I've sewn this triangle and this triangle together. Cool. How high is it? How tall is it? It's exactly H tall. So if we want to know Y, let's keep Y in the numerator. The proportion of Y over H is going to be the same as what? Remember, Y is the base portion of this triangle, and H is the length portion of this triangle. So we're going to say 8 over 11. We can't say 11 over 8 because that would be the wrong proportion, right? Because Y over H is the base over height. So we're going to say 8 over H because 8 is the base and 11 is the height. So let's rewrite this. It's 8 over... Oh, wait, I need a couple more steps here. To say Y exactly, it's going to be 8 over 11 H. So that's going to be 8 over 11 H. And there you go. Boom. That's W in terms of H. All right. Hope that helped. Sorry I couldn't do it then and there. I don't know why. My brain just stopped and I couldn't work it out. I don't know. I needed to stretch my legs. Anyways, there it is. And yeah, let me know if any of that doesn't make sense. See ya.